Greetings, Recruitniks. This is Michael Langston, senior recruiting analyst for Warchant.com. Want to go if haven't been on Warchant today? It's been certainly a busy Friday for FSU. A lot of stuff that we reported earlier today. First, I'll kick things off. The big news is Braden Fiske, a defensive tackle from Western Michigan. He jumped in the portal. FSU's been active in communication. They offered. Fiske reached out to me, told me FSU had already offered and that Adam Fuller was going to see him on Saturday night. So that's certainly a visit. I'm assuming they're going to try to set up a official visit. FSU I think is hoping, expecting to, certainly get him on campus. He's supposed to be at Notre Dame this weekend. We first reported this on War Channel. People can, saw that earlier today. Fiske also told me as far as his interest level, he's very interested in FSU. He's very excited about just seeing what Adam Fuller has to say about the program and just kind of going from there. I think he's very intrigued with what FSU's done on the field at the defensive line position. I think that's jumped out to him. So you can read all the stuff we have on Warchant and the PRB. We first reported that early this afternoon. I think the other big news is certainly the coaches on the road recruiting. Tons of visits. I think one of the more interesting was Tommy Kinsler getting a visit from Alex Atkins tonight. I think FSU wants to stay in touch. Certainly, Krister Otto is a guy that they're going to visit also on Saturday. But I think Tommy's a guy that they're still very interested in. I think they want to see kind of how things go with Otto, and then certainly if they need to make a move for Tommy Kinsler, I think he's a guy that they feel like FSU can go in there and pull late in the process. I think you could see him officially visit on December 16th. Obviously, Otto's visiting on the night, so I think they're kind of going to see how that meshes out. Certainly, we reported on the DJ Chester news. He's going to officially visit FSU on December 9th. Covered all that in our mini mill. You can read it on the front page of War Chant. There's a bunch of stuff. And then also the other big news is tight end Kyle Morlock. We first reported that as well earlier this afternoon that FSU was going to see him this afternoon or on Friday afternoon. Um, I even gave a full detailed exclusive intel about kind of where that recruitment is and that it's an FSU. It seems like FSU Tennessee battle. I think FSU will get first crack on an official visit on December 9th. Certainly a guy they've coveted. I mean, this is a guy they want. This is their top target. They haven't really pushed for anybody to the level of anything close to what they do with Kyle. They love his height, his size, his impact, his explosibility as a receiving tight end, and certainly they've made him a major target for them in the transfer portal. We've always seen that what FSU's done in the portal, and I think this is kind of the start of what they're doing. I think FSU is going to be very selective with what they go in the portal because they know they're a top tier program, and a lot of players are viewing them as such. So they're not going to be in a rush to be the first to offer or the first to, make their move. If the guy fits what they're doing, I think it's going to be, they'll go after him. They'll be very active and they'll have a heavy pursuit. But at the same time, they're not going to rush. It's going to be based on evaluations and what it fits to this FSU program. And certainly they've done an excellent job through that throughout the future. And I think they're going to kind of stick with that plan. So those are kind of the top two, portal as far as options so far with FSU in regards to Braden Fiske and then also the tight end Kyle Morlock. I think those are the focus so far. Things are going to get really crazy when December 5th hits. I get the impression and the intel from the people I talk to that FSU feels pretty good that there could be guys that enter the portal that they feel like they sit in a really good spot. If they want them, they feel like FSU feels they can go get them. So who those guys are is really not something I know quite yet. But like I said, busy day of certainly everything you need to see is on the PRB as far as the breakdown of Kyle and his recruitment. And then also just the breakdown of just what's going on with Braden Fiske. Certainly, they want to add another defensive tackle. And then also we had the mini mill that just explains everything, really goes into detail, kind of where the mindsets of FSU is going into the portal action, what they need, what they're looking for. Certainly, you still have best available that could change and alter kind of their selection. I break down just what positions, what key things they're kind of focused on, what's the main positions they're looking for, and then you still have the high school class coming up. You have several, key visits. I mentioned the Chester visit on December 9th, and then there's going to be even bigger. Could that weekend's got about 4 or 5 guys. I think it could balloon up to 6 or 7 as far as official visits. And of course, December 16th seems to be the weekend that FSU's trying to get a lot of their commits to come on campus, help recruit and finish off this early signing period. I think most kids, if not all, are pretty much close to all are expected to sign in the early signing period, which for those that don't know, that will be on December 21st through the 23rd. So certainly something to keep an eye on as far as what FSU is doing and how they're putting together this top 15 class already. I think with a few things breaking their way, certainly FSU can get to that around that 11 mark. 10, if you can really pull, maybe a surprise or two in there, like a Jordan Hall or somebody, you maybe could squeeze your way into the top 10. But certainly a really good class already for Mike Norvell, and certainly they're reaping the benefits of this. This 9-3 season already. Got a chance to win 10, have a 10-win season, and even maybe fortunate they might play another SEC team and finish 3-0 against the SEC. So we'll see on that. But a lot of stuff going on. We'll have a lot more coverage on Warchant.com. So stay glued to that. We're the exclusive place you need to be for portal action, as we showed today. Just all the different detailed nuggets and scoops, or whatever way you want to word it, as far as on Warchant about a lot of these top prospects and kind of where things are trending. So stay glued to warchant.com. More coming from the portal, more coming from these upcoming visit weekends, and also coaches on the road visit. So stay glued to that, and we'll have much more. Once again, this is Michael Langston with warchant.com.